Hey guys, I just wanted to mention that this method is something that should be used 15 to 30 or more minutes before you play comp. So every time before you go into comp, go into a custom game and practice against these bots. It's going to be really effective for your aim. Enjoy the video, guys. See you in the next one. Hey guys, so today I'm going to teach you how to get very good aim in Overwatch 2 on various heroes, or also how to learn different movement styles of different heroes, how to play against different heroes' abilities, and also how to learn different heroes' abilities and different aiming styles. So again, you can play literally any hero. This is going to be a workshop map that we're going to go into, and there's going to be just bots moving around, and it's pretty realistic movement of the enemies. And so what I mean by different aiming styles is, for example, you have Tracer and Soldier, which are more kind of like tracking, which, by the way, tracking is relatively important in this game, more so than I would say in Valorant. And then you have Hanzo, McCree, which are more kind of flicking styles. So depending on what you want to play, Ana is also more flicking, Moira obviously tracking. So keep that in mind. But what we're going to do here, I'm going to go and show you guys how to get into this workshop real quick. So you're going to click play. You're going to go to the right side where it says custom games. Click that. And then top right, there's going to be a create. You're going to click that. And there's going to be a settings button. Click settings. And then right here, there's a little button. It says import code. You're going to want to click import code. And you're going to want to type in this code, CT04V, okay? So pause right here if you need it, CT04V. And I'm going to go ahead and play. You're going to click OK once you type this in. And then right here, you see you're getting aim training and warm-up map. So you're going to go back and then click play or start. And this is going to put us into the map that we want to work with. And so obviously this is a relatively easy process. I do wish Valorant had something like this, but it does not. So this is why Overwatch 2 is pretty cool. So here, you're going to see I'm going to hover over different heroes that you might actually want to use. There's quite a few. Of course, it kind of depends on what you want to do. Again, there's no wrong hero to go with. If you really wanted, you could play Lucio, you could play Mercy. Like, you know, if you want to learn like specific heroes' abilities and how to kind of use them more effectively, like say some of the new agents like Kiriko or Junker Queen, something like that, or even Sojourn, then you can do that as well. It doesn't really matter. Who would I really recommend if you want to get really good aim? I would definitely recommend heroes like Soldier and Tracer for tracking, because again, tracking is really important, but again, you also want flicking, so I would suggest some McCree and Hanzo in there as well, or Widow and Ashe, or even like Torb. But yeah, let's go ahead and play. I think I start off on McCree or Cassidy, and you're gonna notice that I actually kind of missed some shots here. That might be because I haven't been playing Overwatch for too long in the past few months or whatever, and it's just a bit of a different aiming style, but I also don't really play too much DPS, so no excuses. Right, my aim, you will see, does actually slowly improve over time here, over the course of this warm-up that I'm doing. So the cool thing about this is it just kind of trains your brain, right? Against specific agents, you really get to choose who you want to focus on in-game, especially if you're DPS, but even if you're support, right? Who should you really be shooting first, just by default? Do you really want to be shooting that Doomfist, like, the whole time? No, probably not, right? You probably want to go for their Ana, probably want to go for a Tracer that's in your backline, you're going to go for a Mercy or a Pharah if you're hit scan, or an Echo if you're hit scan. So obviously you see that's also going to change over time. I'll typically prioritize the healers and the flying people. So yeah, but again, you see McCree is a bit more kind of flicking for the most part. Like, you kind of have to flick, whereas with Soldier you really got to be tracking more. So this is really a theme across all heroes in the game. It's either going to be like tracking. So here I'm going to jump off because I want to show you guys, if you want to change heroes, you have to jump off. I found that out. So here we're actually going to go Soldier, and now I'm going to show you a bit more of some tracking, right? So here you can see it's a bit of a different aiming style, right? So you might have one but not the other, and then you can realize that here. Also, I do like how this mode, they kind of use their abilities on you, right? You saw the Ana try to sleep me. You see Tracer will actually recall and stuff like that. But you can see she dashes, but they can't actually damage you, and their abilities don't actually affect you. Actually, the boop affects you apparently, but yeah, it doesn't seem like they can damage you. So here you see I'm just trying to track. Who am I focusing? Probably still gonna focus the supports and the Pharah, right? So try to ingrain that into your mind. There you see I'm throwing down my heal, even though it doesn't really matter. Somehow the Tracer jumps off the map. Also, the names of these people are professionals. Just killed J. Jonak. Oh my god. So obviously, it's going to be kind of hard to kill, like, an Echo. It's going to be kind of hard to kill, like, a Mercy. Like, skinnier hitboxes. Agents with skinnier hitboxes are just obviously a bit harder to kill. But that's what we're in here for, right? it's not easy to kill a Tracer, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't practice to get better at killing a Tracer, because Tracer is going to be a somewhat common pick. You can also see I'm kind of controlling my shots now, and, you know, not spraying as much. I do like Soldier a lot because it's kind of like, if you have good recoil control in Valorant, you have really good recoil control with Soldier, because it's just a really easy spray control. He almost knocked me off the map here. I was like, okay, sure. Let's go swap again. So here we go, Hanzo. And I actually had a lot of fun on Hanzo here. So Hanzo's again going to be more of like a flicking sort of style, as opposed to tracking, because you see, actually, you have to adjust depending on how the enemies are moving. Enemies are always moving in this game, so you really have to adjust. Again, you're going to see me try to go for people in the sky, but it's a bit harder on Hanzo, because Hanzo actually shoots a projectile. Unlike McCree and unlike Soldier, they're both hit scan, even though their aiming styles do differ a little bit from each other. But yeah, guys, this is the aiming method. Play whatever you want. Play whatever you want to get better at. And if you want to get better at DPS, I would highly recommend focusing on a mixture of hit scan, or of flicking and tracking. But specifically, prioritize tracking for a little bit, especially if you're newer, because if you come from another game, or if you're just new to FPSs in general, tracking is a skill you really want for this game. And it's something you probably don't naturally have very well of, right? And so playing Zarya, obviously you need a lot of tracking, and my tracking is pretty good for that reason. It carries over to a lot of games, just because I played so much Zarya in this game. See, I'm using Storm Arrow. See, I'm trying to flick. It's kind of hard. I believe you actually can also change the difficulty of this game mode, but it doesn't seem to let me, so I think that they're still updating this. But keep your eyes peeled. This probably will be updated further soon. You see, I look over at the Doom there, and then I realize, like, oh, I don't really want to shoot the Doom, because that's kind of just like a waste of time. But my aim's actually getting a little bit crisper here. These guys are honestly not super easy to hit. Their movement is the movement is not like super indicative of like high rank players, but you know, it's pretty good. It's pretty good for just warming up. You know, it's pretty good for just your aim, because yeah. So you know, there's a little glitchy there. You see. Right up there, let's see how much time do we have left here? Not much. So up the top, you can actually see the settings. I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can tell me how to change those. It wouldn't let me. It says hit F to change them. I think it's bugged, so we might have to wait for a little bit until that actually resolves. But obviously, go for the heads as well, guys, if you can. At the Baptiste jump. Baptiste. And it's okay to miss, okay? And again, understand that you're not going to become a god aimer overnight. But this will help you over time. Absolutely it will. So here you can see this. It says F to change. Very easy or easy. I think I'm on easy right now. I was spamming F. I was spamming F here and here. It wouldn't let me. So let me know if you guys have any way to change these. But again, I think that this mode is plenty as it is right now. People are jumping around, people are using their abilities, people are running around you, sprinting, moving back and forth, up and down. So, you know, hopefully this is good. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.